Alright. There's somebody who... Come on. Get it. Alright. Let's see, is that ready to harvest? Is it ready to harvest? Growing. Needs rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I ain't gonna roll in. Alright, what do we want to do? Let's go check on the pigs. Is that... yeah, it's not 82s, is it? It is. 19,000 meters. 57,000 meters. Slurry. And I bet you I'm not going to be able to use this one. Just saying. It's not giving me the option to open the door. You dirty rat. Oops, wrong one. Brother, trailers. That's miscellaneous. Trailers. Wild style. Hey, here you go. Hold on, let me I'll show you that real quick. What I was talking about earlier. I just woke up about 15 minutes ago. You gotta see Rabbit Rob's ranch. It's funny. Alright. Let's run down here. Hey, wait, do I? No. Well, I thought I had one. Bum, 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 bum. I thought I had one of the little forward things. Alright, so anyway. So here's my farm. What's going on, Keith? I got a garden. We got some of them lazy man potato growers over here. Otherwise known as greenhouses. Oh, I got rid. What? I got rid of them? Oh, I guess when I redid all my mods. I had some of those lazy man potato growers. I got moonshine in the back. We got maple syrup right there. Alright, now so let's go see Steve the Crazy Chicken Man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, give it up for the lovely Chad. So see, this is where the chickens are. I just kind of, I don't know what you call it, landscaped a little bit of dirt back in there to make it look like they were eating up my crops. And look at his crazy painted truck. Brown and pink and purple and lime green. Those wheels, there's some type of orange on the wheels, but anyway. So he started off with these chickens. I can't test the eggs because it's not the weekend. And he had those. I haven't redone these, but yeah. He's got. There's supposed to be chickens in there, and chickens in here. This one's. It'll get up to 1,000. So. But anyway. So that's Crazy Steve's. And what I've been doing, I've been upgrading them, right? Here, we'll go to Bruce's, sorry. Sorry for the running around in circles. Chad, how you doing? So, Bruce is upgraded. We got him a house and a dog and some trees. He also got my favorite truck. Elk Mountain truck. So this is Bruce's boulders. Right? I did have one of those things. I made one of them little scenarios where a boulder fell off of one of his trucks and hit my personal truck. And I called him up like, there's this dude that used to be on the radio, Roy D. Mercer, would play pranks on people. So I tried doing that with like Bruce, and I couldn't keep from laughing. But anyway, what's going on, Eric? So that's Bruce's boulders. They are known for producing the largest pet rocks in the world. Over here, we have Rowdy Rob's Ranch. Rowdy Rabid Rob's Ranch. Look at them in there. Look at the pile of crap. So this was done like a commercial, right? It was like, today's sponsor is Rowdy Rabid Rob's Ranch, where you can come spend the weekend riding horses. But there's no, somebody left the gate open and the horses ran out. Or maybe you want to spend the weekend, collecting eggs from the chickens. But there's no eggs because it's all roosters. Well, never fear, because you can always milk a cow. Oh wait, it looks like the cows have pooped themselves to death. Look at all that poop. Well, it's okay. You still got plenty to do. You can always stack bales of hay. Well, you got to dig them out of the poop first. And then maybe you want to shovel some chaff. Might take a little while. There is a silo bunker down, or silage bunker, yeah. You know, one of them things. Maybe this is what I put 3 million liters down though. But anyway, so we're gonna clean it up, and we're gonna get paid heavily for it. I mean, look at all the manure. And we got Missy B's slurry pit. So Brennan Gaiman from Shanty Boys, he was messing with me one night, and I was like, "Don't mess with me. I'll put you on my map." So this is Brennan's thing here, and he's got methane production. Is what he's got. I don't know why the triggers aren't showing. But he's got methane. I gotta check into that. And I told him he was a ranch hand. What's going on, Bruce? So he's gonna help clean up Rabbit Rob's. He's gonna help, with the poop. Clean up the poop. I got a truck. There's it. So then we got Chad's, which he's due for an upgrade. We need to upgrade Chad. So this is Chad's fencing, right? They specialize in keeping pigs where you want them. So you can choose from any fence you want. They've got, maybe you want some wire fence or some old wooden fence, or maybe you want to make your fence grow, and have a live fence. They've got whatever you want. Maybe you want a combination. Edges, you can't make up your mind, so you just combine it. Right? Yep. Oh yeah. I wasn't joking. So down here we have what do they call it? J&M. So these don't own. That's just the slurry pit, and that's Omatana's, the shop. So this is Julia and Mikhail. So let's look at the map. Where are we at? There's my field. It says AI buy station. I think I had to redo these. See the crazy chicken man. Chad's fences. I redid it. So when I redid my mods, I had to redo a couple things. So I lost some of the sell points. There's David's garage. Oil production. Dockside workshop. That's the thing. Yeah. So anyway, I haven't named all of them yet officially, but so that's, what was that one called? JM's products, or JM's market, something like that. So we can buy stuff we need there. And I decorated it. They need to upgrade too. We got to think about what kind of upgrades we're gonna do. So let's see the next one. We'll go to Rusty Money's Maple Rum Donuts. So we started out with him. He didn't have this red building, right? He just had some It was just the normal maple rum sell point, right? So then we when I put down this building, I put it down around the thing. So you have to pull up in here to unload. I thought that was pretty cool. So that was his first upgrade, and then Rusty got the donut shop. And he's still got 2 upgrades coming. Yeah, he's still got 2 upgrades coming that I know of. Oh, let's go shut the door. And then there's one day I watched Looney Farms, right, do his logging, where he put down a cell point and just dropped trees on top of the cell point. So I was like, alright, cool. So I tried it out. I had some fun with it. So I figured we're gonna put Looney on the map also. So we did Looney's logging right here, and look, there's a cell point, right? So if you want to log like Looney, this is how you do it. Come on. What happened? There it is. And he's good enough that he can do it without even dropping the chainsaw. Boom. We just made $260. Free money. Free, easy money. Are these trees finally growing? No, there's still some in there that haven't grown. Look at that mess. Why are they not growing? Kind of weird. Just saying. And then from there, let's go. Logging like Looney, that's right. From there we have Hardy's Hemp. Hardy's Hemp House. And look, I think when Chad come over to put the hinges, well, I'm not gonna say Chad, but somebody come over here to put in some hedges. And look at this. I think they might have got a hold of some of that hemp. So we got a little hemp production going on back here. Right, little something there, and then she got a garden also, and the only thing that it's going to be growing is hemp. So how this all got started, we was in somebody's chat, and I believe it was Bruce's, right? Oh, and check this out. So even for Harley, we got her a nice van. Smoke on the Water. Prescription cannabis. Is that truck running? No. Oh, that's the production running. Well, anyway. So somebody, I think it was Creighton, was that right? Came up with the idea. It's like, hey, I'm gonna do some pigs to honor Chad. And I was like, you know what? That's a cool idea. CBW didn't do anything. He's a cool guy, so we took it easy on him. He might have been the one that put that hedges up. I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe. So this is David's place, right? So he's got cool equipment. If it's on the lot, I can borrow it. Which I need to put a couple other things back because when I redid all my mods, right? So I lost a few things. But like this is where the store where I put my store point, and you know, just made it look like a shop. But David's always helped me out with mods, so we put him on here, and this is where I come to get my cool mods. So that's the tour from No Man's Land. We need to put somebody on the map. We need to add somebody. Who was it? I was gonna do somebody. Nah. Slurry. 18,000. We'll let it go for right now. How are they on food? 73,000. Okay. Oh man, what was that? What was that mod? Was it Open Garden? So um, let me tell you, when Bruce's Boulders, when one of his drivers dropped a rock on my truck and it totaled it, right? Uh, I told you I tried to do like the little funny prank like Roy D. Mercer, and I just couldn't keep from laughing. And I was like, man, somebody's gonna have to pay for my truck. You got to, it's total. I'm gonna have a new truck. And I was like, it better be a truck fit for a man, right? Like one of them nice Peterbilts or Kenworths or something. So I'll show you what he sent over. He sent me. I told him I wanted a truck fit for a man, but he sent me this man truck right here, and I was like, man, that's not a truck fit for a man. But it is one of them fancy dancy auto load trailers, so I can't fuss at him too bad. But we may have to get him on the phone one day and see if we can't straighten this out and actually get a truck fit for a man, not a man truck. You know what I'm saying? We got to rectify the situation. Alright, what do we got to do? Everything. But so it's just a way of me saying thanks to my friends and everybody, and just a way to joke about and have some fun. So all right, we're gonna go plant some wheat. And then I got to give Chad an update. Maybe I planted wheat. It's on wheat. Oh, we did plant wheat. Okay, that's good. At least my mind's in the right place. Let's make it grow so we can tell what's on there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Um, let's see here. Wow, you done an awesome job on this map. It looks cool. Thank you. See, what'd you do? Hello, all. Another can't sleep right here. Um, yeah, this might have been planned. I'm just saying. It may this stream right here may have been planned as a late night stream. Uh, awesome tour. Thanks for showing me around. Oh, you're very welcome. I've enjoyed making this map, and everybody everybody is going to end up moving to Yukon Valley. They just don't know it yet. So we got to work on. I got to work on that, and I got to quit hitting the mic with my headset. All right, so let's first of all let's retrieve our little full with. Oh, and here's something else I got. Check this out. I got fishing on a boat. Let's see. Is it running? No. Start filling. There we go. Let's turn on the boat. Okay. Boat's running. Check this out. This is one of my favorite mods, I guess. Look at the, oh crap. It's bringing the fish in the boat. So we got 12,000. Yeah. It's pretty cool. So we'll turn it off. We'll stop filling. Let's pick up the things. I made this lake using a street roller. It's unrealistic, but you know what? It was fun. Alright, so right here we have, I think that's the tuna, what we're fishing for right now. Yeah, so this boat is from Lambo Mods. It works good on No Man's Land. There's not too many other maps that it works as good on. It was made for Battlegrounds 4X map. It works good on it. So right here is where we fish for salmon. We have to change the boat. We have to go to a dock on the others over here. I'll show you the dock. And then we have anchovies. You know, anchovies are them little smelly fish. So we put them over there by Hardy's place. You know, to help cover up the smell of the prescription cannabis. So you got the sell point there, or the buying station. You have to buy your snow. You pull up to the side of this dock here, and you can change your boat over to where that's like a workshop for the boat, is what that is. And then back here in the corner, underneath Harley's house, is where the anchovies are. Let me see if we can. I'll show you. I'll show you how this is for our bait. And I think you can do an anchovy sail point. Is it cover? Yeah. So the cover, you open the cover and that comes out, and it'll fill up quick. Yep, 6,000 liters. Brennan, you sexy man, you. What's going on? Because, you know, you got to have bait to fish, so. Anyway. We'll take it back over here. But this is just a way to poke around, have some fun, and say thanks to all my friends. So I've been putting people on the map. Whoops. Turn the boat off. So one day I decided I had too many mods. I got rid of about 50 maps, and half of the mods I had in my folder, which maps were in there, but anyway. Just got off of your PC. Brandon, they have chairs. I mean, you could sit in chairs, man. You don't have to sit on your PC. I'm just saying. And Bruce needs an update. We need a few updates to be done on here. Oh no, I gave Bruce got the house. Hey Bruce, did you see your house, man? Did you see? I gave you a little house. I got you my favorite truck. Even got you a little puppy whoopy back here. Little puppy dog. Come here. Feed Applejack. Here, boy. Where you at? There you go. Come on over here and eat. Mm-hmm. Oh, little puppy. Yeah, so hands down, that's probably my favorite pickup truck in the game. And I gave it to Bruce. Chad needs an update. Alright, so 97,914. Let's see here. So Chad's business has been booming. Let's see what we can do here. It's not big enough. Or it's too big. It's too big to fit in there. Let's put a shed in there. Make it look like he's growing. Business is getting bigger. Oh wait, wonder if one of these will fit in there. No, that's not gonna fit. That's not gonna fit. Let's see what other options we have. That's not gonna fit. Alright. So for the time being, we're gonna put this in here. Okay. And then, what else can we do? What else? That's the front door. We need to, let's put this out here. Let's put it, if we expand, we can come back. We got room to expand coming back this way. I think we'll put it right here. We'll give him a house. What's going on, Jody? Bale, you can paint a nice windmill of friendship in the yard. Yeah. Hey, Julia, how you doing? Julia's getting the next upgrade too. So we'll upgrade Chad and Julia today. Okay. So he got him a new shed and a building. Or house. A new shed and a house. We need to put up a privacy fence for him so maybe the smell from the ranch doesn't get over there. What's going on? Let's go see what we could do for Julia. Alright, so she's been doing good too because we bought quite a bunch of stuff from her. So let's get rid of the moped if we can. Let's give her a car. Brennan needs a new house. Man, you gotta clean up the ranch before you get a new house. You ain't been here long enough to. You just came on the map. Yeah, the ranch. Have you seen the shape of the ranch? You better get to digging some of that stuff up. Let's see. That's a good looking car. That would be an upgrade from the moped. Ooh, there's a sporty car. There's a blue one. What's that, like a little SUV? Oh yeah, I could picture her and Mikhail driving something like that. Let's get them a new vehicle. Now, let's see. I don't know. It's just a way. It's just a way of me putting my friends on the map. So this was done for my good friend Julia Peden. Uh, it's just a way. Somebody made the comment that they were going to put pigs on their farm to honor Chad, and I thought it was a cool idea, but I took it a step further. My poor house that smells like cow. Well, if you get out there and clean up that cow poop, it won't smell like that. I mean, I'm just saying. Coming here demanding something, and you ain't been here but a couple of days. Mm-hmm. We're gonna give them a nice driveway, a a, a loading area. So the trucks, when they drop off your trucks, they can come up in here. They could drive up in here and then back up, and there you go. You got some stuff to unload. Um, let's see. We may actually have to like tear this stuff down. Yeah, look, Brandon, look. She's got, she's got all the tools you need to help. She's got a wheelbarrow. See, you can. She's got a wheelbarrow you can borrow. See, you just take the straw out. Take the straw out. Grab your shovel, and you know, fill it up with manure. Here, I'll even help you out. Let's see here. I'll help you out here. Construction. No, we want to go here. Is it miscellaneous? Here, just for you, Brennan. You are worth $100. Now where's it at? Where's it at? Up from the ground hero. Look, here we go. Owned by you. How do we grab it? I was like, how do you use? All right, now come on. I can't won't let me grab it. Hmm. That's funky. That sucks. Well, all right, Brendan. Since you asked so nicely. Why won't it let me grab it? Mod conflict, I guarantee it. Yeah, it ain't working. It ain't working for me. Huh. Oh well. So, alright, she got a Honda, she got a shovel, apparently. We need to do something. Hold on, let me smoke a cigarette. I need to think about this one. If they had poodles in game, I know what I'd do for it. She'd be a poodle farmer. You can use your hands. Ooh, that's nasty. Um, let's see. What do we have that would be nice? Ooh. Ooh. I think I got it figured out. Um, I got it figured out. Where's it at? Where's it at? And pallet square bales. Or grass. Okay, here we go. Now she will now buy product, and they're gonna specialize in all your build products. Well, that looks like grass. We need to stack it over here. Julia's gonna have a fit. I better straighten this. I better make this nice. She'll fuss at me. Oh, it goes through the building? That's not cool. Okay. So we need I've never been into a barn. I've never been into a barn and seen them stacked perfectly anyway. I've seen some good stacked bales, I promise you. But not. And we got to give it some character. Let's see, we want to grab that corner back there. Alright. Oh, too far back. There we go. Right there. Alright, so straw. And we'll stack these like they are. We'll put them over here. Hey, let's do these this way. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So, I think we are going to work on cleaning up Rabbit Rob's ranch a little bit. I think that's what we're going to do. Oh, I didn't want to open that. Okay, so those are kind of... Let's do this. We'll do these. Yeah, we want it. This end. We want this end. Oh! Julia, Julia just bought one of her own. Oh, now it's not letting me pick it up. Julia just bought one of her own bills. Alright, let's see what this does. Okay, we got come on, we got this. Really? And now you're just gonna be... Okay. We're with it now. Come on, lay down. Chat's moving. I gotta look and see what they said. Hold on. Let's see. Come on. Your buddy worked on a farm but was recently fired. Oh, well, if we don't need them like too closely stacked, well, here we can help you out there. Oh, I'll mess with some OCD. Nah. Alright, so this is what I want. This is the look I want right here. There we go. Just like that. See, they're not perfect. They're a little bit of character. I didn't realize you had a light in there. That's pretty cool. So, let's go. You're supposed to be closed. Can we change the name? Rename. MJ Barker. Oh, I didn't save it. No, okay. There we go. MJ's Morgan. Alright, now let's go see David. Thank you, Julian. I'm just having fun with it. So we got to work on cleaning up Rob's wrench. Yeah. So we gotta put the store delivery back over here. Okay. Let's see what he's got that we can rent to help us out. Let's see, we need a wheel loader. Bum 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 bum. That one's already got one attached. Lease it, yes. Thank you, David. Oh, I gotta turn off the little four-wheeler. Who knows when we'll come back and get that thing. He was milking a bull after hours. I don't know why he didn't just milk it, didn't it? Really? So, I mean, I gotta ask, was he milking the bull with his mouth? Because, you know, I'm pretty sure they only got one thing hanging down there. That's why they're called a bull. And maybe I'm wrong. I think he might have been milking it with his mouth, which would make sense. I would fire somebody if I saw him doing that to my bull. You freak. That's kind of like one of them jokes. Oh, gave him a reach around. That's cool. That's kind of like one of them jokes. Like if a plane went down, crashed on the border of United States and Canada, where would the survivors be buried? Sorry, I didn't mean to be smart about that, but actually, I did mean to be smart about that. You can't milk a bull. He might need counseling. All right, so we got this over here. Um, let's run. We need to run and get the trailer. Man, look at that beautiful fence. Mm-hmm. Do we have the big trailer? Uh, let's go see if David's got one. I agree with Julia. Somebody might need some counseling. Oh, what a night. Brennan, Brennan, what's the word on the new map? All right. Looks like we'll be using the 40,000 liter trailer. David, you need to order the TRX tipper. Get it in on the lot. That would be cool. Just saying. It'd be cool to have the TRX tipper that we could go to and borrow and, bring it back when we're done. Yeah, Brennan, we want the null. See, here, he's got to get it fixed by Friday. I mean, not really. I want a good map. I want it to be, I don't want to rush him. But we get, FDR Logging is coming out with, in that video, the preview video, there's a fixed processor head. I can't wait for Friday. I will be doing logging this weekend. Like real, I'm gonna cut some trees down, cut them up, load them. We're gonna go sell them. Real logging, not loony logging. Cool. Alright, so we got us a trailer. So we're gonna sleep and then we're gonna clean up the ranch. Or some of it anyway. Alright, let's hey, look, we can sell the bales to Julia now. Oh yeah. Me and Brandon gonna make some money. Let's see. Well, this foot, can I dump it from the back? No, that's not gonna work. All right, so we're gonna have to go high and try not to over dump it. Ooh, I thought it was gonna go over. Well, whenever he gets done, I'm looking forward to playing on it. So, um, so to honor, we will play this weekend. If his new map's not out, we will pick one of Shanty Boy's maps to do some logging on. We're gonna help Rob out. We're gonna clean up his ranch. Me and Brandon. We over here cleaning it up. Brandon's in the background. He's working on chaff, I think, maybe. Dark forest. Yeah, we could do dark forest. Or we could do what's your map called? Is yours is Cataract Falls 2? Is that right? We could do Cataract Falls. That could be the backup plan. Look, somebody left the lights on. We could go do some logging on Dark Forest. Yeah, your map. Isn't that Cataract Falls too? Oh, I don't know how many horsepower it got. 500, something like that. 5 or 600. Let's see here. Trucks. Where's the Peterbilt? It has got 585. Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorite trucks in the game. Yeah, I don't think it's too loud. Like that truck sounds good. Well, Chad, I hope you have a good one. I hope you like your little upgrade we did. Um, it'll get better. It we're gonna keep upgrading, and I'm gonna move everybody over to Yukon. You guys are doing good. We're gonna advance over to Yukon. Uh, Yukon Valley. I think that's what's gonna happen. There's a high level of methane in the air, so we may have to move to Yukon Valley for some cleaner air. So, Chad, thank you for coming in and spending some time with us. I really appreciate it. And let's see, we're full. Huh. How many loads is this going to take? Hey, thanks. I appreciate it, Chad. We was in Wild's stream earlier tonight before I took my nap, and I was telling her about some stuff that I've done. So when she came in, I was like, "Hey, I got to go. I got to go show her what I was talking about." So, Eric, oh, there's one we need to do. Eric, the crazy biker, he can live next door to Steve, the crazy chicken man. Oh, he could be the boat guy. The Vikings, Vikings have boats, man. He's a modern day Viking fishing for tuna and salmon. he could be a modern day biking, fishing for tuna and salmon. That would be cool. All right, we got to move. We got to move the bales. Got to move some bales. Alright, I appreciate that. I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with me, man. It's been fun. We're having a bale tossing competition. Throw it. No, that wasn't any better. Alright. All right, Julia. No, thank you for letting me do that. Thank you for inspiring me to decorate. Mm-hmm. Trying to make it look good around here. And you know, I wasn't gonna keep you on a moped forever. You know, you're too good. You're too good of a friend for that. I think there's still some right there. Okay, we got all that. Uh, let's go back in here. We're almost full. Hey, what's up, Don? Fako Don. Fako? I'm just gonna call you Don. I would butcher your name if I really tried to say it. That looks like another load. Well, you know, Joey, you're supposed to ride on his lap. Any kids in here, there's an adult comment coming up. Just giving you a fair warning. You're supposed to ride on his lap and tell him to go down the bumpy roads. You got to be creative and make it a fun ride. Because life's too short not to have fun. And I just passed the damn solar yard. But anyway, we got you a nice car. That's all that matters. Let's see. We got Eric the Crazy Viking. And we could do Wild. Keith? No, Keith. We need to do Keith. See, I got so many people I want to put on the map. Oh my God! What? I didn't. I gave you a fair warning, and I didn't just spell it out. I mean, use your imagination. I just snorted. Sorry. Uh, See, with me, you get the good, the bad, and the ugly. And sometimes the dirty poop. Look, I'm king of the hill. It's a new version of shuffleboard. Holy cow, how many straw bales did we drop down? And you know what I was really hoping for? I was really hoping that, see, I put the straw bales down first. And when I put the manure down, I was hoping that I could just cover up the straw bales and they would be sticking out of the heaps of manure. But it didn't work out that way. That's right. That's right. Well, I gave him full warning that it was an adult comment, so, you know. Let's see, can we shoot it up in the air? Oh, that was like a ramp. See, that's like a ramp doing it that way. Fun fact for you. Uh, God, what's it been? About 17 years ago. Now, I've owned a few motorcycles, mostly Harley Davidsons. But about 17 years ago, gas got outrageous, right? And back then it was threatening to be like $4 a gallon. And there was a guy that I worked with that had a scooter, and they were talking about gas prices. He's like, I ain't got nothing to worry about. He's like, I put a gallon in there and run for a week. You know, he was talking about how he got almost 100 miles to the gallon. And I'm sitting there like, you know, the motors on there, they're only like, they're not real big. I don't, even if you get like a 250cc scooter, right? And I don't know, I know they have 250cc's, but I don't know how much bigger. Honda used to have some. Maybe you could get a 500cc scooter. I don't know, but I know they make like 125s. So they had the 49cc's, which they call 50cc's, but then they had 80s, 125s, 250s, There may be some other brands that have other scooters with different motors, but those are the ones I know of. But anyway, this guy was talking about how cheap how many miles to the gallon he got, and I was like, you know what? I ought to buy one just for the gas. You know, if that's true, I ought to buy one just to say it was a scooter, like a moped, like a. Here in North Carolina, we call them liquor sickles, because a lot of people, most people that have them, I'm not saying all people, but most people that have them lost their license due to a DUI. That's just a fact around here. Most people that have them. Yeah, no, Honda even made some. I had a buddy of mine that had one that was a 125, and I've seen them 250 cc's. Was it a Helix? Look here, I can't remember. I don't want to tell you wrong. So let's move this over here. Was it a Helix? Display caption. But I didn't buy no Honda, I can tell you that. Yeah, Bill knows. We call them liquor sickles. So I'm just going to look up Honda Helix, because I think that's what they were called. There you go. There's a Helix. A Honda CN250. 244cc, 14.9 inch cubic inch liquid cooled single overhead cam. So I had a buddy of mine had one, but his was a 125, I think. But anyway, they're pretty cool. So I went and bought a little 50cc scooter, and I had a driver's license. You know, it wasn't. I didn't buy it because I had to. I bought it because of to save on gas, because gas was just getting outrageous. And I'm gonna tell you what, I had a lot of fun riding that, and I just drove it back and forth to work. Occasionally, I might run to the convenience store to get a pack of cigarettes or a soda, but I thought he was lying about how much, like 100 miles to a gallon. I was like, yeah, right. Nah, I literally got about 90, 95. Not saying all, but the majority sold 50 cc's did not have to be insured for the road. Yeah, so and this is what I know about, and when I bought mine, this is what I found out. So it was 49 cc's, right? And the thing is that if they're under, and I want to say that's how it states it in North Carolina, if it's under 50 cc's, it does not have to be, at the time, did not have to be tagged or insured, right? Well, now they have to be tagged. I'm not sure about insured, but now they have to be registered and have a tag. You still don't have to have a license, but you have to have them registered and a tag put on them. Just another way of them getting more money out of you. That's the way I see it. Just a money racket. Now, I'm going to give you my honest opinion on the liquor sickles, right? I don't want to get into politics here. I'm just going to tell you my honest opinion. Somebody can create a deadly accident if they've been drinking, whether it's on a scooter or on a car. And I don't think it's right. But if they were 50 cc's, and this is my understanding, I may be wrong, but if they were actually 50 cc's, they would have to be licensed and insured. Like you would have to have a license to drive it on the road. Yes, that's why they made them 49 cc's, because that's the biggest engine they can get without having to have a driver's license. And they knew they would sell a lot of them. Oh yeah, so is it Virginia or West Virginia where the Hatfield McCoy trails are? We used to take 4-wheelers and go up to Hatfield McCoy's, but I can't remember. I can't remember if it was Virginia or West Virginia. Hell, it may be big because those trails both. It may be both because those trails are so big. 9.9 boat motors, which are actually 11 to 15 horsepower, right? I think that trailer may be full. Maybe not. Downstate West Virginia and Kentucky, yeah. Those Hatfield McCoy trails are fun. But I'm going to tell you what, cleaning up your 4-wheeler after you've been up there, you got a mess on your hands. All that black dirt. But yeah, we went up there and I thought it was crazy. You see all these 4-wheelers and stuff on the road. Like, you can't do that here. People do it, but you're not supposed to. I was like, what? So when we got our little permit, we had to buy a permit for the day. And so that we could ride. And I think we actually paid like $50 to get it for a whole year. I can't remember how much it was, but man, we had a blast up there. We just wait for the rain. Oh yeah. Man, shit. I had that black mud in spots that rain wouldn't have helped, I don't think. It looked weird, but it made sense because a lot of it probably wasn't just dirt. It was coal mixed in with it. Which is why it was black. State Park Ranger is $10 a day or $100 annual pass. $10 a day. When did they go up to $100? Cause I could have swore it was $50. Mud stinks too, yeah. So we had a 4-wheeler. It was a Honda Rubicon. No, it wasn't a Rubicon. Honda 4Trax. And then we also had a Honda Recon. The shit. The 4Trax. A 4Trax or 4Runner. Anyway, the newer one was 4-wheel drive, and then the Recon was just 2-wheel drive. And man, I had a blast running them things. We get up there, so I was driving the 2-wheel drive one. It was a little brown Recon. Well, I went through this mud puddle. I saw some guys run through it, and apparently they didn't. Either they knew where to go through it, or they didn't hit what I hit. But my little 4-wheeler sunk. and I was stuck for 4 hours. We had 3 guys stop that had these big Can-Am four-wheelers. One of them had a winch. We ended up having to hook a chain to the back of his four-wheeler and use his winch to get mine out. I mean, we were knee deep in mud trying to push that four-wheeler. It was stuck. No, mine was 250. I promise you. Little two-wheel drive. They may be 300 cc's now, but mine was a 250. The four tracks or four run, whatever it was. The four-wheel drive one was, shit, it wasn't 500 cc's. It was some odd number. 450, 440, something, I don't know. That's been a few years ago, so I don't quite remember the exact number on the red one. Now, I think they have bigger recons. I don't think the 250 is the only recon they have. Yeah. There may be a different size recon. You know how motorcycles and dirt bikes are. They got different size motors. So yeah, yeah. And my I bought it old. I only paid $1,000 for it, and it was worth every penny of it. Oh, I kind of figured you were, Bill. I mean, anybody in their right mind knows that a bull, you don't milk a bull unless you're getting a little freaky. It may look like milk coming out, but I guarantee you it ain't milk if it's coming out of bull. Um, Man, we had some fun times back in. I'm getting old. I'd be too much of a wuss now. I'd have to get like a side by side, something with some doors and seat belts and stuff. I'd get out there and kill myself on a four wheeler now. Dirt bike. I've had a couple dirt bikes. Ate a handlebar one time. That hurt. Oh, that hurt bad. Yeah, yeah. Mine. I know mine was a 250. I don't know if they have other sizes of the Recons or not. Um, it was electric start. It was pretty cool. It was fun to do donuts on, especially in a gravel parking lot. There's a place here in North Carolina. There's a place called Uwari Forest. That's where I went most of the time, but it was nowhere near as big as what Hatfield McCoy is. And then up in the mountains, God, we went to one place. Um, I can't remember the name of it. Big money in bull milking. Mm-hmm. Especially if it's a good bull, like known in like rodeo or stuff like that. but then that's not really milking. Razors. Yeah, and there's somebody around here, and I saw it a couple weeks ago for the first time. But they got a side by side that's got a license on it and stuff. Um, so I guess they've taken in. You can. All right, so I live in Mayberry, if you know where that's at. If you know what town is actually Mayberry. So I'm in the foothills, right? Uh, what does it take? About 20 minutes to get the Virginia line going up 77. And it's only 20 minutes because of where we live. You know, we live on a back road, and then we have to get on 74 and then hit 77, and bam, we're right in Virginia. Once we hit 77, it's only 2 miles to the state line. I think it's 2 miles. It ain't far at all. Oh, yep, pedigree bulls and yeah, and horses the same way, right? Like, or did they actually breed the horses? No, I had never seen any mountain lions. Not in North Carolina. I'm not saying they're not here, but I've never seen them. Seen some foxes and wolves. Um, Used to live in a place called Albemarle, and they had a state park up there. It was Mar Mountain State Park. We didn't live far from it. We had a deer. We was helping my mom and dad move one day. We had a deer come up out of the woods, walk into the yard like it was nothing, right? And one of my sisters had some crackers that they were eating, and it was like the deer was like coming up there like, "Hey, you gonna give me some of that?" So she gave him a cracker, and the thing ate it. The bad thing about it is that that deer was so small and scrawny. Up there in Mar Mountain, the campers and stuff will feed the deer, right? So they get kind of tame, and but the food that they're feeding them is not good for them, and they're little scrawny things, man. Like they need to eat the berries and you know their natural food, but the campers up there feed them junk food. Um, they feed them junk food, and they're scrawny. Yeah, there's a lot. Horses, breeding horses. If you got good bloodline, man, you can make some money with that. Which is why it's very disappointing to me to see FS22 did what they did with the horses. I mean, maybe make it a longer time to be able to get 50,000 for a horse in the game. But to go from 50 grand to 5 grand, just Wolf Den Run State Park is where I work. It's on the Maryland side of the river. Is it MD? MD. It's on the MD side of the river, West Virginia, but it's an off-road vehicle park with a small campground. Right on. MD. What the heck is MD? Is that not Maryland? Maryland? Rabbit Rob, we're about to get that crap cleaned up. Now we're gonna make some money off of some chaff. Yeah, Maryland. It's been a long, long time since I've been to Maryland. I was a wee little kid last time I went to Maryland. And the only thing that I remember about living up there, we went to a Toys R Us one day, and me and my brother, my parents bought us a little toy train that had these animals. Um, One AI treatment can cost up. Holy crap! Yeah, artificial insemination. Um, they bought us a toy train set that had these monkeys. Their arms were like in an S shape, and they hung on the side of the train. Had a couple of giraffes and stuff. My memory serves me correct. That was the first train set I ever had. It was a little toy plastic train set. But man, we had so much fun with that thing. It was like a circus train with all these animals. Oh, come on. Right? If I think hard enough, I'm gonna remember that one place in North Carolina. It's um, vehicle wise. God, what's the name of that? If you take a four-wheel drive Jeep up there or something, you better have some 35-inch tires, and at least one of the axles need to be locked for you to do any good up there. Otherwise, you're gonna be cussing yourself all day. It makes Uwharrie Forest and the Hatfield McCoy trails look like a bicycle trail. But I can't remember the name of it. We went up there one time. And it may have actually been part of it, may have actually been in Tennessee. Um, but best I remember it was North Carolina. So when I went full wheel, me and Sandy, we used to have some Jeeps. When we go full wheeling, we didn't do the mud. I like the crawling over the rocks. I like doing the technical. You got to know how to take a good path to make it through the trails. That kind of stuff. It's fun. Drop your tire pressure down to about 15 or 20 pounds. Make your tires grab real good. That, yeah, Uwharrie Forest is getting to that point where weather has taken its toll. Weather plus, people up there just going crazy. They're going crazy on the trails, which is a good thing, but they're not just going up there and tearing up the land. But it's the wear and tear is starting to show on Uwharrie Forest. Hey, do we have, something I haven't used in this game yet, is the belts. Wonder what kind of belts we got in the game. Nope, but I dinged up a bunch of rock sliders under, the bars you put underneath your doors. I'm not talking about Nerf bars, I'm talking about actual rock sliders. I dinged up a bunch of them. So I used to work in a sheet metal plant, right? So the rock sliders were my biggest thing, because I wouldn't straddle a rock. Like, let's just say you had one big rock, right? I wouldn't just straddle it. I would take my tires either left or right hand side, usually left hand side, because that way I can lean out the door and look and see what I'm doing. So I would take my tires up over a rock instead of straddling it to where I had to worry about skid plate. So my rock sliders got dinged up more than anything, but they were made out of 2-inch by 2-inch, 1/4-inch square tubing. Made them myself. I think I went through 4 pairs over about a 6-year span. They took a lot of beating. But that's how I do it. I would rather take my tires up over a rock than to try and straddle a rock. And it's, sometimes you couldn't avoid it. Rock would be slippery. You might have a little moss on it or something like that, and you'd slide and, hit your undercarriage. So, but it's fun. I love it. Yeah, high center. And that was the problem. Dang it, what is that? Hold on, let me look it up and see if I can remember the name. See if I can find out the name of it. There's Patriot Mountain, Brown Mountain, Oakback, Outback. Alright, let's see. Let me look at a map here. Patriot Mountain, Brown Mountain. What's that one? Land Rover Experience. God, it was way up there near Silva. Henderson, North Carolina Motorsports Park, Cape Fear, Busco Beach, Horsepower, Waihalta, Cape Box, Big Creek, Carolina Backwoods, Brushy. Broken Nut. That's a name. That's a name for a 4-wheel place right there. Broken Nut Off-Road Park. That's what y'all call Nerf bars. So, to me, a Nerf bar is the CC stuff you buy at the parts store. I'm just going to say it. Rock sliders are the heavy duty stuff. Now, you know, people call it what they want. East Bend Motorsports. I used to race dirt bikes there. I wasn't any good, but I had a blast. I did the adult fun category. All right, so maybe it's not North Carolina. Maybe it's actually Tennessee. And when I see the name of it, I'm going to be like, "Oh, you idiot!" Adventure, Woolies, Cool Mount, Bikini, Chickapin Mayhem, Windrock, Wheeling, Windrock, Sugar Creek, Easy River, Rake, Nature, North Cumberland, Windrock. Nope. All right, where's Doe Mountain? So it was up near Murphy, but I don't see it. Tellico. There it is. Have you ever heard of Tellico? Tellico. There's Turtletown. Tellico. Yeah. So it's not far. Let's see. Fontana Dam. Yeah, it's just past the North Carolina burn. Right, I got you. Yeah. So the heavy duty stuff is what you call Nerf bars. Yeah, Tellico is pretty rough compared to what we have here as far as Uwharrie Forest. Oh, I did it again. Hey, I like that. You like that? Right up underneath that trailer. The A-arms, yeah. Razors, I like razors, but they're not really built for the rough stuff like a Jeep is. I don't think. I mean, now you can upgrade all you want and make it do that kind of stuff, but in general, I don't think a razor is meant to do what a lot of people try and do with them. I've seen a lot of people take side by sides, and I'm not talking about like the mules, or the John Deere Gators, the side by sides like razors and the big Can-Am side by sides. I've seen a lot of people, even at Uwharrie Forest, they go up there thinking that they're invincible because they got one of these badass looking little side by sides, and then they find out how little materials actually put into making the axles and the A arms and stuff like that. Yeah. So here, the Jeep Club, we called those guys that had the the sissy stuff, uh, mall cruisers, right? Because they just want to go cruise around the mall or cruise through Walmart's parking lot and be like, "Ooh, look at me! I got a good looking Jeep." Yeah, you got a good looking Jeep, but there's no dirt stains on the tires. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'd like to check out Wolf Den. That'd be pretty cool. Wolf Den. Wolf Den. Wolf Den. No, Wolf Den. I'll tell you something I learned from a guy up at Teleco. Uh, he saw I had, homemade rock sliders. And I actually made my front bumper too. But this guy up there had his back bumper on his Jeep was a 4 inch by 4 inch square tubing that was capped off, and he had a air fitting threaded into it, and he used it for a spare air tank in case he had a flat tire. I thought that was the coolest thing, so I went and made one. Dump 5 to 10K in the suspension. Those razors are good. Yeah, but that's the thing. You got to dump 5 to 10,000 into it to get it that way. So, but they're fun. I mean, Wolf Den State Park. So hold on. I think that there's a trail in Uwharrie Forest. Uhwarre. Uwharrie National Forest. Let's see here. Can we get a map of it? So Uwharrie Forest is small compared to. Oh, they've got them numbered. No, okay. There's the name. Wolf Den. Yeah, see, there's Wolf Den. That's why I was like, when you said that, Wolf Den. It's one of the easy trails that's on Uwharrie Forest. Dutch John is the worst one, and then Rocky Mountain Loop is like the next worst one. So Dutch John, like, is at the beginning when you first come in, and then it goes way back over here. They've got one that's called Rocky Mountain Loop that's pretty bad, and it keeps getting worse. But there's one part of Dutch John that is real bad. Yeah, there's Rocky Mountain. It's just saying Rocky Mountain, but it's actually Rocky Mountain Loop. That's what it is on the map when you go to. It's pretty cool. But yeah, when you said Wolf Den, I was like, wait a minute, that's in Uwharrie Forest, ain't it? But it's just one of the trails up there is what it's called. So lots of those bumpers. Yeah, those are cool. But those are cool to have. It was a neat concept. So and holy crap, I put big. I think I used 3/8 inch steel for the brackets, and man, that thing it wasn't moving. You could probably run it straight into a rock and not even think about doing it. But it was 1/4 inch steel, and then the brackets I think were 3/8 inch. You'd break the bolts off of it, cause I didn't weld mine to the frame. I bolted it to the frame. Rob, if you're still in here, we're getting the ranch cleaned up, buddy. The chaff's gonna take a while. I think we may get one of my crazy trailers with a conveyor belt to clean up the chaff. Oh, come on, turn off the motor. How long? About 2 hours. Yeah, I'll keep going for a little bit. Eight and 10 it, yep. Man, I'll make that all day long. I ran a 330 ton a 330 ton press brake. That's what I did for 15 years with bend metal. And after 15 years of watching welders and asking a few questions, I went and bought. I mean, I didn't do it after 15 years. I think I got a little flux core welder. And I'm not joking. If I didn't do it at work, I took it home and did it with a little flux core welder. But I asked enough questions and watched some guys weld enough to where I feel like I do a decent job. I just went and bought a flux core welder and was like, all right, I'm gonna try it. So one night I took a break at work, or while I was on break, I talked one of the welders into giving me a few pointers, and we sat there with about 20 scraps of metal, and just laid them up against each other and just went to welding, just running beads on them. It was like, all right, this is what you're doing. Do this, and my lines don't always look the best, but with a grinder, you never know. And I've never had anything come apart on me. I took a little street bike. It was a V-Star 250. It was the cheapest bike that I could find. I bought it brand new, but knowing that I was going to cut a motorcycle up, I didn't want to go out and spend $5,000 on a used, like 600cc Honda Shadow, right? So I spent $3,000 on a V-Star 250, and I stretched the frame 12 inches. I mean, I cut that thing up. The seat was 13 inches off the ground. When I got done with that, I had ammo cans for the saddlebags. I had a suicide shifter on it, and the knob came out of an Apache helicopter. Did 30 of running welders, right on. So, I've done stuff like I made my own smoker, big smoker. The cooking grate on it, it's got 2 cooking grates is the way I made it. But the main cooking grate is 2 foot by 4 foot. And then the firebox, I put a cooking grate in there and made a lid for it also, to where if I just want to heat up some hot dogs real quick or something, I can use that side of it. I want to say it's 16 by 24 inches is the dimensions on that one. And every year on my birthday, I have a huge cookout. Did I cut it with a grinder? I sure did. With a 7 1/4 inch grinding wheel, and I wish I had a torch, but yeah, I use a cutting wheel on a grinder. And I have a little small grinder for doing small stuff, but mostly I use the bigger one. And it's just the grinders. I just bought them at Harbor Freight. The desk that I use and the rig that I have for playing games, I've made myself. This made out of metal. So if you ever hear me let me get the mic down here. know if y'all can hear that, but if you ever hear that noise, that clanking, that's me moving one of my joysticks so I can get out of my chair. I've got my joysticks mounted on. My joysticks are mounted on pedestals. I took apart my first because I used to make T-shirts, and I'm still capable of making T-shirts. But I took apart my first screen press, and there was a couple pieces on it that had knobs that I could tighten up, and I put those, made some pedestals for my joysticks to put on. So my joysticks I can move around a little bit, push them further away or bring them closer. Yeah. And then some of the stuff, so where I worked, um, it was Superior Manufacturing in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. 500-gallon stove oil drum for my smoker. Oh, right on. Yeah, there's several guys that did that, but usually what most of the guys would do would buy a sheet of metal and then we'd roll it, right? They'd weld it solid. We'd take the punch presses, right? They would measure how big a round piece they need, and they just cut out a round piece and weld it in there. So they would get either bigger or smaller than a 55-gallon drum, if they wanted. A lot of people at work made custom grills and smokers. Yeah, so we just bought, and the thing's been sitting in the car for almost a week now. I just bought a new gaming chair. I hadn't even put together yet. But I want to make brackets. So the one I got, I want to, where your arm rests on most chairs, they've got the two bolts down on the side that the armrest screw into the bottom, and then there's like one bolt where it screws into the back or something like that. Some of them I think have two bolts for the back piece as well. I wanna use those two holes at the bottom and make a bracket to where my joysticks are just mounted on my chair. But I'm kind of skeptical about doing that, because if I jump up one day real quick and the chair goes flying backwards and there goes the cables for my, being jerked out of USB ports. So I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical about that. And then we have oh, I'm going the wrong way. We have a recliner down in the living room. I would like to mount joysticks to it and just play in the living room. Have you ever seen Beck's Modding? Or Beck's? It's not Beck's Modding, it's Beck's. Have you ever seen the desk that she made? Yeah, I helped my neighbor. We made a dump trailer for his lawnmower. Oh man, and see, with working in a steel plant, they'd have these cutoffs, right? At the beginning of the month, the amount of steel that they throw away was crazy. And then toward the end of the month, the engineers would start throwing programs on the cutoffs that, to where if we made one of the things we made was cabs for overhead cranes, right? And like where the window or the windshield would be cut out of the metal, right? Sometimes they would throw those away, but then sometimes they would use a program. They'd have like two programs done for the same thing, and depending on which program they did, we would either throw away the part where the windshield was cut out, and that's a good piece of metal, you know, or it would you'd be cutting out small pieces out of that, what we call the cutoffs, and if we didn't have to cut the small metal, they throw it away. I asked the plant manager one time. I was like, "Hey, there's some scrap metal back there. It's been tossed away." I was like, "I just want to do some welding at the house." I was like, "Can I get a couple pieces?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "If it's in the scrap bin and it's legitimately thrown away," he's like, "I don't care what you get out of it." Man, I got a bunch of scrap metal out here on the back porch. That and in the shed. But Bex made her gaming desk, her PC desk, and I want to say it's 2 levels. But she welded the frame. Yeah, make them Bluetooth. That'd be cool. But then you still have to, well, yeah, that may be over my pay grade. You'd have to have some type of battery or something, or you would still be hooked up to a cord somewhere. Oh, earlier we was talking about digging up potatoes with Terraform, right? Yeah, she got a nice desk, but she made the frame. She welded the frame up and then put wood. It's got wood on it also. Man, that's a nice looking desk she did. Mine's just. I got 3 sheets that are. I think they're about 25 by 31 inches, and they're just laying on a. It's a frame I made. I bent. It's not angle iron, but I bent some metal like angle iron. They're just channels, 90-degree channels. So I made my frame and my legs out of that, and then just laid 3 sheets of metal, small sheets of metal on top of it. That's all my actual desk is. But then the frame for the steering wheel, the actual rig itself for the steering wheel and joysticks and stuff, it's all metal. Let's see here. Oh, we was talking about doing potatoes. Can we do potatoes? I was joking around earlier. Hops, shrooms, pineapples, red cabbage. garlic, hemp, Pepsi Cola. Look, I can go dig up Pepsi Cola right now if I want to. Dry corn, grapes, snow, road salt, fabric, manure. Where's potato? Oh, beer. We could go dig up some beer. Cigarettes, tobacco, pumpkin, apple, orange, watermelons. You know, go dig up some watermelons. So I think I've gone through the list already, or it's repeating itself. Biomaterial. That biomaterial I can pick up. Somebody was asking about how you get biomaterial. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can do potatoes. Not on this map. There may be another map where that has potatoes as a field type. Made a few dump trailers too. Now cheaper just to buy one. You're right about that. Well, cheaper for you. I brought home a hydraulic fuel tank, right? And this thing, oh god, well, it's about 2 foot by 3 foot by 5 foot, right? And I took my grinder and cut that thing apart because of the metal that they used. Um, there were some brackets on it that was done wrong, right? And those brackets is what held the tank into the jig. So the entire tank got welded up backwards. It wasn't just a simple thing like, oh, we'll take the brackets off, turn the brackets around, and it'll all be good. I mean, the whole tank was messed up based just because of the first two brackets got welded on. So they threw it away. And I asked, I was like, hey, can I have that? I offered to buy it because what they would do, they sell it as scrap metal, right? And I offered to buy it, and he was like, no, go ahead and take it home. So we got the forklift, took some straps, pulled it out of the dumpster, and I brought it home, cut it up, used it. So for me to get metal wasn't. It wasn't nothing. I wish I still worked there, but I got laid off right before the pandemic. So now I work at Walmart. We're getting it cleaned up. Alright, hold on. What am I doing here? There we go. We're gonna have this place looking like a ranch in no time. Oh wait, that's full. Hey, you want to see something cool? I just realized that this truck would do this earlier today. I didn't know this before. Let's see here. Let me switch over to the truck. Check that out. I think that's cool. Wah, 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 wah. By the time we get one out the door painted and inspected, it's about 3,000 more than a big tech sells for new. Wow. But I bet you that the smoker you make's gonna last a lot longer. Cause see, here's the thing with my smoker, right? Um, every year I strip it down and I repaint it, right? And I use the paint that's made for grills, the high temp stuff. So we have I bought a pellet smoker, right? And I'm pretty sure that that pellet smoker is made out of, is it 14 gauge? I think it's 14 gauge metal. The smoker I made is 10 gauge. Which one do you think is going to last longer? And it's not just going to last longer. That one I made, because I take care of it, clean it up, and stuff. Um, even if, let's say, I neglect it, and the tray, my grease tray, or I have the same kind of tray to empty out the ashes that just slide in and out. Let's say that gets water in it, and I just let it sit there and it rusts. You know how easy it is for me to go make another one versus trying to buy one. Like for a pellet. And the I have a pit boss pellet smoker. It don't even have a tray in the bottom of it. It's just angled down with a little hole that feeds into a can. But I guarantee that 10 gauge is gonna out. It'll still be here when I'm dead. And see, that's the thing. Like with everybody that made, and there's people that bought, sheets of metal. Um, there's people that bought sheets of metal and square tubing or round tubing. I think somebody made one using round tubing for legs. Um, they go in and they buy the metal, and they would sell it to us at what they paid for it, right? They'd sell it to us as cost, right? Um, as long as they had extra on hand that wasn't needed to for a job. Um, or they would order it for you, and when it came in, you know, they let you know, hey, your metal's here or whatever. So you would pay more, but the thing was, people weren't doing. We didn't make them out of 14 or 16 gauge metal, or you know, I think I saw you see grills made out of 20 gauge metal. I think um, the little cheap square ones that you put charcoal in. I think they're like 18 or 20 gauge metal. Nah, man, we were making them out of quarter inch metal, 7 and 10 gauge. You know, so they're that's some thick heavy metal. And I guarantee it, you know, whatever y'all made was probably the same way. Y'all didn't use the cheap stuff. It's heavy. Yeah, it's not only, well, it's heavier, it's thicker. It's gonna hold the heat better, right? And then you have the luxury of building it to the size that you want. You know, I mean, let's face it. You're not going to go to Walmart or Lowe's and get a smoker that is the size of a 55-gallon drum. Oh, I'm not on the trailer. You're not going to get a Lowe's and get the size of a smoker like what I make. I mean, maybe if they have something you can special order a very very big, you know, because I think mine from one end to the other is 6 foot long. What's that in liters? Man, I have no idea. Uh, the cooking grate's 2 foot by 4 foot, so it's probably 3 foot tall. 2 by 3, 2 by 3 by 4. 2 times 3 would be 6. 24 cubic feet. Let's see here. 24 cubic feet to liters. 679 liters. Made a smoker out. Oh, you know what? I bet that'd be cool because you got the drawers. Yeah, 679 liters is what mine was. But roughly. Yeah, so you'd have the drawers. I mean, you could pull you could pull a rack out and look at it, push it back in or something. All right, so we need to do something about the trailers. Not the trailers, but the Bale loaders. Auto load bale trailer. Ooh, I think that's the. I can't use that one. I don't think. 49 centimeter. No, I got the big ones. We'll buy it. No, let's lease it. I don't know how this is going to work. We want that little truck right there. Let's go ahead and clean it. Yep. Yeah, so it's probably worth the $3,000 extra. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, maybe not, but and then you got the satisfaction of knowing that you built it, right? So if there's anything wrong with it, you can't blame anybody else. But you built it the way you want it, you know? I don't know how well this trailer's gonna work, but we're gonna try it. And I'm gonna keep this straw. We're gonna use it for animals. Alright, let's see. How do we want to... There's no options on the trailer, so... What do we do? X, maybe. Is it broken? I've got a mod conflict. Made a BBG out of an engine block too. Oh, right on. Oh, that's crazy. Wow. Nope. There's no options. Cover, straps, ramps, pipe out. That's not cool. It's an auto load mod. Is that for pallets or is that for... GPS, nope, nope. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's go back over there. Euro pallet loading type Z. So what we got? Liquid tank, big bags, overload, round bell, square bell 180, 220, 240. I think we have 240s. That stupid truck made for a man. Maybe Bruce knew what he was doing when he gave me this truck. Maybe. That's alright, we'll take that. We'll take that. 4 bales. Yeah, it should be there, but it's not. So, which that's alright. But if I hit B, it's up there at the top. Enable auto load. Let's see if we pull over here like this. Nah, let's get a little closer. We'll make them bounce if we have to. Maybe that's close enough. Yeah. Yeah, he might be laughing about it. It was just some little stupid thing I come up with. Not stupid, but I was having fun with this being a man truck and telling him I wanted a truck fit for a man. I was laughing. I was trying to be like Roy D. Mercer. I don't know if y'all have ever heard him on radio. Um, how big a boy are you? Come down there and open a can of whoop ass. Somebody gonna have to pay for my truck. But I kept laughing. I couldn't keep a straight face, straight voice, whatever you want to call it. And then I came up with the idea. I was like, all right, I'm gonna call Bruce. I was gonna get him in voice chat because Bruce was like, man, if you had me in voice chat, we could have done a really cool job with that. And so I was like, oh, that sounds cool. So I got the cab over, and I was gonna talk to Bruce and get him in uh, voice chat. Well, then I started playing with the cab over and forgot about it. So I was gonna trade the man truck in for a Peterbilt, but it's all right. Oh, I know Julie's not in here. So Sandy, we went to the doctor today. They finally made the appointment for her and stuff. So she has a strained muscle in her back, is what they said, and they gave her some muscle relaxers, and she'll go back to work Friday. So she's still sore, but she's doing okay. So there's 20 bells. What we got? We end up with 24 bells. Yeah, he might be laughing. Oh, I'm starting to yawn. Alright, let's get these right here. Now the question is, will that loader fit through the gate? One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, 24 bells. I didn't know how many times I hit the button when I was making them drop out of thin air. Oh, we're done with this truck. Why am I taking it back over there? Little tiny bills and these big ones. That's funny. $18.43, so it's about time to sleep. I think that's gonna fit through there. Yeah. Oh, I could have just backed straight up. think it's full. Oh, look at there. 197,000 liters of chaff. I think we'd be better off if we turned it into silage. Alright, it's been 3 hours. And it's raining in the game, so let's put that down. I think I'm going to end the stream. Go play with some toys. Let's see. What we got here? Food is at 35,000, water's at 10,000, milk is at 42,000, and slurry is at 46,000. So I think we're good. We're up to 120 cows. Let's see. Puberty 5%. That's cool. So we've doubled our cows so far. Yeah, pretty neat. So I got to figure out how to make a jig for soldering the connectors for my train set. I might could do it with a screwdriver. Take a screwdriver and score it in the wood or something. I'll figure it out. But I want to thank everybody for coming out. I have enjoyed this stream very much. We've been cleaning up the ranch for Rowdy Rabbit Rob's Ranch. We still got some manure to take care of, and then let's see here. Do we have belts? Is there belts in the game? Like I know we used to have them in. There's belt systems. Yeah. So we may get automated on the cleaning up the chaff. I think that's what we might do. Um, we've got what we need. We'll probably use that one. I think it was that one and this one is what I used in FS19. But we'll see. We'll play around with it. We'll find the right combination, and hopefully we'll be able to clean up the chaff using the belts, because there's a lot of chaff, a lot more chaff than there was manure. And then after that, we can actually put some animals back in there. We'll have to get rid of some of the roosters and get some chickens. We didn't, let's see, we gave Chad a little upgrade, gave Julia a little upgrade. Talked about the big smokers. Made it for smoking turkeys. Wow, no, can't find nothing that big. Maybe in industrial, but don't think you'll find something that size. No, I don't think you will. That's a big one. Made a BBG out of an engine block. Yep. I'll have to take pictures of it. I made mine. So my birthday, every year, I do a cookout. And it's in the same manner that I do streaming. And what I mean by that, I don't stream for the money. I stream so that my friends can enjoy it, and because I enjoy it. I stream so my friends can watch. When I have a cookout for my birthday, the only thing I want you to bring to my house is your appetite, right? Because I'm going to feed you. And that's why I made this smoker the way I did. I can comfortably smoke 18 balsam butts. I could probably smoke more than that, but I know 18 balsam butts, they're going to get smoke all the way around them, right? We've done big turkeys. I used to work in a big chicken plant, but I've done turkeys on there. I've done the big chickens that I used to get from a chicken plant. We've done steaks on it, potatoes. I mean, you name it, we probably cooked it on there. Baby back ribs, I made this thing to be used and to hold a lot of food when I do it. I go all out on my birthday, and we typically have three grills growing. I tell people, if you show up before 8 o'clock, don't expect to be fed, and I'm talking about 8 o'clock in the morning. At 8 o'clock in the morning, I start cooking breakfast, which is usually omelets and stuff when we do that on a Blackstone grill. And yeah, so awesome, I love it. But I end up cooking all day long. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is cooked outside on the grills. We'll do sausage and eggs and omelets and pancakes, and so breakfast is kind of cooked to order. If somebody's there and they want something, if you want an omelet, I'll make you an omelet. You want pancakes, I'll make you a pancake. If you want scrambled eggs or fried eggs or some kind of eggs that I can't make, you'll have to make them yourself. But I'll make you scrambled eggs or fried eggs in a heartbeat. sausage, bacon, whatever. And then I usually have like a menu. I usually know what I'm gonna make for the rest of the day, but it's non-stop cooking, and it's oh my god, it's fun. I start the Boston butts. I start the night before. It's just to have a good time. It's just my way of saying, hey, um, I'm not worthy. You know, I do this to service other people. I really don't celebrate my birthday. I don't want somebody to bring me gifts or anything like that. I just want to have a good time, and to me, it's kind of like um, Jesus washing his disciples' feet. I'm not going to get in. I'm not a preacher. I'm not going to get into that. But you know, I'm just like everybody else, and I don't want to make a big deal out of it. So I use the day to do what I want, which is cook for my friends. So there you go. For a jig, Radio Shack used to have a little stand with alligator clips. All right, so um, what would be a good? Those alligator clips are too big, is what the problem is. So I saw somebody that made a jig using a piece of 2x4, and they cut little tiny grooves in it. For it's just a little teeny tiny piece of metal that sits down in there, and you have to solder a piece of wire to the bottom of it. Um, the alligator clips are, I think they're too big. Um, so I was thinking, I could take a razor blade, and um, I could take a razor blade and score the wood, and then take like a little tiny screwdriver and kind of use it like a chisel. Just I mean, it's just a little tiny groove that you put in there, and yeah, but that won't be nothing. Yeah, I'll figure it out. It'll be easy. But the feeders to run the power to the track. So I'm using 14 gauge wire. I'm running a loop around underneath my track, underneath my table, right? And then you make these feeders out of 20 gauge wire, and the 20 gauge wire gets welded to the bottom of these little tiny clips. I mean, they're super small. So, but it'll be cool. I'm looking forward to experiment with it and seeing if I can actually make it work. Um, but yeah, let me say this. Thank you so much for coming in. Remember, life's too short not to have some fun, and tell your loved ones that you love them before it's too late. I won't take it. I won't take for granted the time that you guys have spent, and I have enjoyed the conversation and the gameplay tonight. It really has been fun. So, looking forward to the next one. I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful rest of your week. This is Wednesday morning, so happy Hump Day, if it is your Hump Day. Um, mer- I just like I like watching the cows sometimes. The animations in this game are just awesome. I mean, like the way that cow just laid down, it looks so real. Like, and the way the chickens run. Farmer Steve ought to know that if he's gotten his chickens yet. Or if they're doing good, they run. Man, they run around just like they do in the game. It's funny. Mine does 31 fish at a time, which is perfect. Right on. Right on. Yeah, like I even have you ever baked a cake in your smoker? It's easy to do with a pellet smoker because you can run it at a certain temperature. You can set it to a certain temperature and it'll stay, within that range. Um, I like baking cakes in a smoker, especially chocolate cakes. They are so delicious, and it's fun to do. It's fun to do stuff like that. And like, hey, watch this! I can cook this in a smoker. It's pretty cool. But anyway, where's the list? That's what I'm forgetting. I'm sitting here like, what am I forgetting? So we got Keith, Eric the Crazy Biker, uh, Bill. Dun, dun, dun. We did a lot of chatting there. Gail. Gail. Dun, dun, dun. I know Bruce was in here. We'll get his names in here somewhere. Chad was in here. There's Julia. Pico Don. Brennan Gaiman. There's sexy man you. Chad. Yep. There's. I said Chad. Brennan. Bill. Julia. Jody Beard was in here. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I've had a good time. Thank you for keeping me company while I play the game. Wild Style was in here. Yep, yep, yep. 5 Gem Farms. Um, who else? Yep, there's Bruce. Bruce is gaming up there. And Wild Style was the first one, so or at least as high as I can go. Get back down to the bottom. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you guys later.